Hello everyone, Strikoder here and welcome back to a new episode of the OSCP journey. Today's episode we're gonna solve Jeeves on HackTheBox, which is a Windows medium machine, and the attack path would be as follow. We're gonna exploit Jenkins through the script console. We're gonna copy the code here from the notes. Let me know if you need the notes in the comment section. And we're gonna get a reverse shell. We're gonna run enumeration tools like Wimbys, and we're gonna extract credentials from a KeePass database and recover the Jenkins admin password and use psexec to get the administrator and capture the flag. So let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna connect to HackTheBox. You can connect through sudo openvpn or ovpn and the VPN file. Then gonna try and ping. So we are connected and export all IB, my IB, and then I would like to run Nmap, and over here it's gonna be IB and all ports. So with V we can see the open ports immediately. So we have 80, we have 445 and 135. So we have, since we have SMB, I'd like always to start with SMB. I'm gonna use this directory. I'm gonna remove the French language, as you say, and no exec, no auth, I believe, SMB, IB. So this is a script. You can check my GitHub repo and see what tools I use, but mainly I use NMB lookup to check if we have other hosts, and here an Nmap scan, an SMB one, then probably there's gonna be an XC SMB without authentication with guest and with anonymous, and then under the hood would be RBC client and SMB client. So here we are enumerating. We still have no results yet. Let me check Nmap. What can we see else? So we have 80 and 50,000. That's strange. So let me open Firefox while we are waiting and check 80. So if 80 is a legit website, we can start enumeration. What was the IP? Let me copy that again. So a problem with the proxy server because I have the proxy turned on. Okay, so we have ask Jeeves or Jeeves ABC. I don't think it has any SQL injection or LFI. Probably it's just an interface. And here we see that we have an error. Let me check the error. Is it a... it's a photo. Okay. That's strange. Alright. So probably a dead end. Let me do FUF. So I like FUF because it's very fast and not that complicated. So here we see we got some errors with SMB client and RBC client. Okay. So it's pretty dead end on the SMB side. And the SMB map is empty as well. Okay, so let's go with FUF. I'm gonna use directory list as usual, medium. I'm not gonna omit anything for now, and let's go. So we are checking port 80 for any directory. Let's try here, test. So yeah, 404 it's gonna be. Okay, let's get back to our Nmap. So I paused until we finish with Nmap. and we see that nothing is interesting. 135, 445, 50,000 is an HTTP. Let's get that. So it's Jetty snapshot. I don't really know what is that. I'm gonna copy that and search for exploit. And let me check the directory. Nothing interesting yet. So I'm gonna make a FAF again, but for the 50,000, not the large. Oops. Let me get that right. FAF. I'm gonna omit the 302 and the directory list medium. And over here I'm gonna say 50,000. Hopefully we're gonna find anything. So let's get back to here and let me check the 50,000 port. Nice, so we have Jetty, and so we have over here a Jetty as well. Search exploit. First of all, let me copy the notes. So as we started recently copying that to our notes, Nmap results, I'm gonna copy that into here. And let's see. So this is a basic template. Let me make that full width. So we are not dealing with anything regarding Active Directory. We can check with Nikto and with the nuclei. I'm gonna check with nuclei. Nuclei IB, I believe. How do we assign the 50,000, the port? Maybe like this. Probably. So let me check. Dash dash help. How do we provide the port? Probably it's gonna be dash B. I'm gonna search dash port. So RDB, nah. Reporting. Report. Leave default port, okay. No. That's strange. So probably by providing only the port, it's gonna accept that. Do we have anything regarding host? Let me search for, oops, host maybe. I cannot search now. Okay. Host. Nah, maybe target. Let me go backward. So here we see, yeah, examples. So target. That's strange. Why didn't I see that? Okay. So target example. So probably, yeah, by providing this, we have already ran. Let me check target HTTP, our IP, then 50,000. So yeah, probably it's gonna be identical. So we don't have anything over here interesting, right? Yep. But it's taking a little more time, probably because we are doing. No, we are finished. So we have here Ask Jeeves. So let's move with this. I'm gonna press this, copy that, and into our notes. Alright, what's happening? So over here, enumeration. I'm gonna type this, ask Jeeves. or Jeeves, not Jeeves. And here, let me check again. So do we have any information about the version? Not really. Let me, or no, we have 9.4. And here we see an information disclosure. Let me check that. So here we see a write-up, but we're not interested. We're gonna check that by ourselves. So a CVE called this. Let me check for that as well. Encoded URIs. Alright, let's check over here and read that together. So they are telling us POC WebXML, we are sending a request through 8080 to the, no, that's the software link. Where is the host? Okay, the host, and we are sending this. However, probably we don't have access to that with our 50,000. Nah. Okay, we gonna keep this for now. Maybe that's our way in. And I'm gonna check ask Jeeves. It was like ask Jeeves. And hopefully we gonna see something interesting. Let me check over here. So yeah, by providing the dash target, now we are scanning this website. So is there anything interesting? Referral policy, permission policy, X-frame options. So most of these are useless in the CTF realm. You could use this with CTFs regarding web, but here I don't think it's the case. And we see a Jenkins. So always try with admin. This is not admin. Invalid login. Alright, so we still need to get a user and a password. Let's check over here if we have anything. So I probably would check configurations, plugins, system info if we have information disclosure, logs, nah. Jenkins CLI, we can use the what was the language? I forgot. Let me check. CLI, no, not from here. The script, probably here. Yeah, the Groovy script, which is a language specified for Jenkins. We can get an RCE. Actually, let's start with this, and then we're gonna move backwards until we get into here. So here we can see the Jenkins version as well. We can check that. Let me actually, before sending the reverse shell and testing that, nothing interesting here. Sysinfo. That's great. We can see all the infos we need, all the plugins. So in our case, if we didn't get a shell, maybe we were blocked or we couldn't get access for any reason, we can then search for plugins, but not for now. Get plugin, branch source plugin. Okay, now we are not inside our domain, so I'm not interested, but here we see that they are installed. All right. And here we can configure a job. Not interested. So we can get an RCE usually with Jenkins either by making a job and then executing a Windows command, or by using the Groovy script, which is my favorite way. So let me go over here, start by, I'm gonna provide an MVLB, so a netcat listener, and I'm gonna copy this. So in here, from the notes that I show you in the beginning of the video, I'm gonna type my IP to get our IP IPA, grab tunnel 0, 10, 10, 14, 17. And our port, let's say for now 4444. We need a CMD. And let me check the syntax. So probably it's gonna be fine. We see a result. Did we get? Yeah, we got a shell. Who am I? We are Jeeves Go Suke. Suke in Russian means a bad word. Anyway, let me probably move or copy home, Windows, Win Enumeration. Let me move power up and WinPs. So I prefer to start with WinPs 68, 86 I mean. Wait, what? Oh, because I didn't provide the directory that I need to move that to. And sudo python 3 http server, and in here I'm not using kernel. I'll probably use cert util -f -cache http 10 10 14 17 win peas 86.exe. So we don't have cert util. No, we don't. Alright. Probably we can make an SMB. Sudo SMB. No. In packet -smb server. Let me check before making SMB. Do we have wget? No. Do we have curl? So we don't have anything in here. So let me make an SMB. It's gonna refer to home and to delete, and it's gonna be temp. And let me start that. So I'm gonna copy from http. That's wrong. Copy 10 10 14 17 temp, then win peas 86. It was the exe we copied, right? Yeah, .exe into here. And let me copy that again because we're gonna use the same syntax but with power up. So we copied that successfully, and we're gonna copy this. We cannot find the file. Power up, okay, because it's PC1 and PS1. Let me copy that. So we're gonna enumerate first of all and check if we have any access to anything interesting. Then win beans 86.exe. And I'm gonna pause for a little bit. So it's finished. Let me go up because I need to copy everything into my notes. Let me go up, up, up. Okay. Shit. Let me go up again very fast. So we have a lot of stuff to enumerate. I need to copy that into my notes in order if we lost the Tmax panel or the shell, in order not to do that process again. Okay, now we are ready to rock. So let's get up again to check what Wimbase is telling us. So probably we start from here. We are Windows 10 Pro, so most of the Windows exploit are not that helpful. We check over here, nothing is interesting. Sys environment. So here we see no labs environment are installed or applications. wdigest not enabled. Credentials guard not enabled as well. We can check the PowerShell history. It's empty most of the time. However, there are a few boxes where you need to check the PowerShell. History, nothing interesting. So drives, still nothing interesting. I'm gonna list a little bit faster until I catch something interesting. So here we see something interesting. So the users, administrator, guest, disabled, default account, and this user. So we need to elevate to administrator. There is no any other option. No RDB. Logged user. They are not logged on. If they were logged on, we might try to catch something. So we see nothing interesting yet. Variable linked handlers. Services running. So we have spooler. We might try to run that to get advantage over that. Writing permissions. Let me skip those. Probably not our way in. Most of the time path injection is not our way in. We can check that with power up. Network shares, admin C. That's why SMB was useless anyway. So here we are interested with ports. So we saw those 3 ports. Those are RPC Windows ports. Useless, the 50,000. And we see Oracle Java. That's interesting, maybe. I'm not that sure yet. And UDB, not for an easy box or medium box. So here, internet settings, nothing interesting as well. Do we have Firefox or anything? Not found, not found, not found. Shares file directories. So search hidden files or folders. Default users, all users. Nothing interesting in here. We cannot reach the administrator. So we have access over OneDrive.exe, which is inside the Microsoft OneDrive. Probably not our way in. Okay, so the auto enumeration is not that great. We can run power up, but not now. Let me get back a little bit. So we are inside the Jenkins, inside administrator, so we cannot get back to list the files over there. So let me move into C. Oops, CD into C. And I like always to add force. Excuse me. Alright, that's strange. So, is anything interesting here? Jenkins directory. Let me check that. We have Jenkins.war. We might get back into that, but not now. Let me check the users. Maybe we have something in the desktop. I'm gonna check our user. Oops. First of all, let me grab the flag. And paste that into here. Then get back. Do we have anything? That groovy. I don't know what is that. Let me check documents, then download. If I may type that correctly. So we have, great, we have a database, which is KeePass database. I believe it was called, I cannot recall the name. Do we still have our SMB? Yes, we do. Let me copy the copy command into here. I need to edit that properly. So we are going to copy from user documents ch.kdbx. Oops. .kdbx into our temp, and over here it's gonna be 17. So you cannot find the path. Users document. We need to provide the name. Okay. Let me add that into here. And check what do we have over here. It's not there, it's ls. So we have this KDBX. I forgot how to deal with KDBX, to be honest. KDBX pentesting. Okay, exploiting KeePass. So probably there was something related to John. KDBX. Not today. Nah, I won't watch a video. Yeah, KeePass description. So, nah, research paper were not interesting. How to deal. Pen testing. Attacking, yeah, exactly. So, I can swear there is something related to John. Yeah, maybe here something interesting. Python. Let me check John. Or maybe KeePass, I believe. To John. Yeah, that's it. So how do we use that? We get clone that. I'm gonna seed into opt. Or let me do that in another window. Progs. And get clone. What happened? Maybe they changed the link. Let me get the HTTP over here and get clone. My syntax was wrong. I typed get clone twice. Let me cd into that. So I'm gonna run probably this Python. Let me copy home, it was here, to delete, and this file over here. Then Python 3 KeePass, so it needs the file. Error. Alright, we got an error. Do we have a debug or -v? There is none such a thing. Unpack requires a buffer of 1 byte. What does that mean? That's strange. Let's try the second one. So .pl, I believe it was Perl. So Perl KeePass to John. Then we provide the file. Alright, so did we get a hash? Let me check the error. Nah, still doesn't work. Do we even have KeePass to John? KeePass. I believe we have that inside Python. We don't need to do anything. Yeah, so that was it. I believe because I used that in another box. Let me remove this then. Gonna remove the French language again for this program. And let me get back into here. So vim hash.text. Gonna paste this here. And oops, let me check over here. Hashcat hashes type. Yeah, example hashes. So what was the type? KDBX. So we don't have anything like that. Let me check KDBX, what was called. KeePass. So here we have that 13400. So hashcat -m 13400 -a 0. So we have username within the hash. So I'm gonna type username, this file, then user, share, word list, rock you. And let me check that again. That's strange. Let me check over here. So probably this is our username. Let me remove username, or maybe username with double dash. Okay. No, it's not. Let me remove the username for now. Or what I'm doing wrong. Let me copy that again. Vim hash. Oops. Do. Yes, we do. So gonna paste that into here. Remove this. And try with hashcat again. Nah, dash dash username. Still no. Or maybe, Yeah, here it's telling me use show. Okay, okay. So no, we still didn't get that. All right, so we didn't get that. Let me try to remove the CEH, and then like this. No hash is loaded, like this. They are cracked. Yeah, and our password is moonshine1. So let me get that into our notes. Oops, I jumped to siren. So moonshine is a pass, but a pass for who? That's maybe the database itself. So we need to open that ls. I believe there were, yeah, that's it. So we provide there is a CLI for the KD, the key password database, and we provide the path. This is the POC or the general syntax. So I'm gonna provide this. I don't have that installed. Let me install that. Yes, please. And I'm gonna pause for a little bit. Okay, now we are ready. kpcli, provide the password, and we are in. So the syntax was find dot, and we see everything. So we can say or type show 0, and we see walmart.com, and we have a hash. Okay, let me type show everything. Show 1, Bank of America. Show 2, show 3, then we gonna see everything. I believe there were 7, right? Yeah, 7. Let me check. 5, 6, 7. So we have Bank of America, or no, we start from here, show 0. So backup stuff. So probably a user would be backup operator. We have a hash, probably a Windows hash, NTLM. Then over here, Bank of America. All right. We have an administrator with a pass. Then we have EC console, a username with a pass. It's a secret admin with a pass. And Jenkins admin 8080. I don't believe we saw 8080 on the. Let me check. So Wimpy's 8080. No, we don't. We didn't. We don't have any open 8080 board. So that's probably. We don't even need creds because it's not even there. And pop with this path. So I'm gonna copy this. Okay, we have a hash, and let me exit. Them usernames passes. Well, I'm gonna make, yeah. Let me pass this. So no notes. Pass here we leave it. Username anonymous. I'm gonna remove the junk. I'm gonna pause a little bit and meet me after I make everything clean. So I have these, and I'm gonna save. Let me get usernames. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna grep -I for pass. Then cut that based on this. Take the second half, and then cut again to remove the space. Probably I need this and here, and save that into pass. Alright, so our hash is cut in half. So I need to grab the hash vim pass.txt and vim username. So let me grab that really fast, like this, and vim pass. So I gonna leave that and paste that into here. And in usernames, let me repeat this. So I'm gonna grab for username. What was the field called? Uname. So we have the users, and probably we missed the title, backup stuff. I'm gonna add that manually. And echo, I'm gonna add backup. Maybe backup user, backup admin, you name it. But I'm gonna leave everything simple, so cat usernames. Wait, what? Oh, because we didn't filter? Wait a minute, cat. So we have username and usernames. Yeah, we did. Alright, so now NXC, SMB, IB, user would be the usernames, dash path, password would be the pass, and let's start spraying. So for each user we are using all the passwords. Then after that I'm gonna use the hash with the administrator, or with maybe the backup admin. Yeah, let me before double check with WinRM. However, we didn't see a WinRM open, so that's gonna be useless. So let me with psexec dot py dc. No, we don't have any dc. I believe we need just to provide the username, administrator. Let me paste this, but no, over here, and here it's gonna be the IB. I need the pass, however, would be hashes, and then the hash. But where do I need to grab that from? From here. Let me grab that very fast. Until the double A. Paste that into here. And probably we are getting a shell. Yeah, we do. So who am I? Anti-authority system. Let's get the flag. Directory. So thank you guys for watching for now. Please make sure to like, share, leave a comment if you need anything, and subscribe. So we got the flag. Let me type desktop root.txt. Okay, type desktop root.txt. So why that didn't work? cd desktop, because it's called hm.txt. Okay, so the video didn't end. Where is the flag actually? We see here a dot link, maybe a link file. Let me go to desktop again and directory -q -a. So Alright, that's interesting. But I believe we needed something like the data stream. I forgot how to show that. I believe dash q dash a, maybe dash r, directory dash q dash a dash r. No, directory dash q dash a dash q dash big R maybe. So yeah, okay, so the big R and small r, they are the same, and here we got the data stream. So to show the data stream with more, and hm.text, and we're gonna get the root.txt. Actually no, we need to say more hm.text, then root.txt, and here is our flag. Alright, now I can end the video peacefully. So, thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. See you next video.